especially once the needles start to dry out. Experts recommend keeping your live trees for no more than 4 weeks. Tyler Lyer from the Aero Service team is here to help us break it down, the Christmas tree fire hazards and tips to keep us safe when shooting off fireworks this New Year's. Good morning to you, Tyler. Happy New Year, too.
Yeah, you too.
So it's time to, Kristen and I were talking about it. When is it now to officially take down, or the right time to take down those Christmas trees, especially the live ones?
Sure. So the live ones can be a hazard right from the beginning, kind of like you stated there. Depending on the situation you're in, if you got candles around, combustibles, they can be dangerous. That 4-week time, like they say with experts, is about right, even if you're watering them, because they can get extremely dangerous. And just making sure that once you get rid of them, that you're not just taking them out to the garage and putting them in the corner and leaning them up against the house outside. I believe the city actually will pick them up and take them.
Most cities, I think, do. Yeah.
Or they can just go directly to the landfill, because if you set them out there, something happens, they can combust and they burn extremely fast and hot.
Yeah, because I would assume the same thing in your living room to the garage, it's the same hazard.
Same hazard, and people are out there maybe smoking or doing something they shouldn't be. And if you've seen Christmas Vacation and National Lampoons where Lewis is smoking the cigar, that's how they burn. They combust, fully combust in just over a minute, and the needles usually come off in a matter of like 10 to 15 seconds.
It's crazy. And I do like the one stat you have on your paper here that you gave me for some notes. If it's well watered and a fire starts, it usually only goes through one branch versus, say, if it's a dry tree, it can combust, like you said, in seconds.
Very quickly, and then, you know, we've got a serious situation inside of a home, and at Aero, we're all about prevention and trying to avoid those situations. So that other thing, too, kind of leads into the New Year's thing.
Yeah, and so fireworks. I think the fireworks stores are pretty much open this weekend, and so, of course, that comes with a whole different fire safety reasons and such. And so where does that lie?
So yeah, I mean, that's been the new thing for the last decade or so. These fireworks stores, now people are celebrating New Year's with fireworks. And, you know, we're not even so much concerned about the usage outside. It's more after the fact. So, you know, some things to keep in mind buying from a legitimate store. Here you can see some photos of an exterior here where we had somebody not disposing of things properly, and it actually caught in the corner of the house. And it actually drifted onto the neighboring house because it was windy.
Oh, I bet.
So when we're using those, we want to make sure the conditions are good outside. Wintertime's usually pretty safe, but it's what we do after the fact. And here you can see it start in the corner of that house. Well, they thought something was put out, put it into a receptacle can, and then in North Dakota the wind blows. Well, then they put stuff on top, and now all of a sudden we get something that combusts days afterwards. And people also have to be extremely careful with those when they put them into the plastic receptacles that we use nowadays. You think it's out, and then they push it out into the front yard up in the driveway, and they think they're doing something right. Well, that could even be worse, because now the wind's blowing, and then it's up against the vinyl siding on the wall. So disposal of those and how you dispose of them is so important.
So how do we dispose them properly then?
So basically we want to get them wet, submerge them into a bucket, you know, after they're used. Don't just gather them up and put them in the receptacle. Get them wet, make sure they're good and wet, and then actually you want to put them into a plastic bag and kind of tie them off, because they'll dry out again, and then they can flare back up.
Oh, really? Even after they've been soaked in water?
If the wind blows and they dry out, it's possible.
So the importance of making sure fireworks go off well for New Year's, and make sure, and don't put them next to the Christmas trees either. I guess that would be bad.
Right.
Any other things that we need to know as we approach the New Year? I hope to. Did you have to handle any situations with live Christmas trees this past Christmas? If it's, you know, it's probably about that time where they're starting to dry out.
Right. We didn't have any in particular with actual Christmas trees, but, you know, talking fireworks, I mean, there's about 16,000 home fires a year related to firework incidents, whether prairie fires or home fires. So, you know, keeping everybody safe and in check with the kids and everyone around and family. We just want to make sure everyone's safe through the holidays.
Especially if those winds pick up. Well, you know how those go, like you said. Tyler, where can we find more information about Aero Service Team?
So check us out at aeroserviceteam.com, or you can contact us at 701-223-9249.
Very appreciative of it, and Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.